You know that silence when the credits roll and nobody moves, everyone just sitting there, rewinding the film in their head, realizing they missed everything. That moment when your brain catches up and suddenly every scene means something completely different. These 10 films created that silence. Most of them did it by showing you everything, while you saw nothing. Film Gorilla presents the 10 greatest plot twists in cinema history.
My mother loved her kitchen, so we keep a piece of her in here.
Starting us off at number 10, Get Out. Jordan Peele's debut looks like straightforward horror. A black photographer meets his white girlfriend's family, awkward dinners, strange behavior from the housekeepers. Something feels off, but you can't name it. Peele builds unease through small moments and uncomfortable silences. Then he pulls the rug out completely. The twist reframes every awkward glance into something far more sinister. Studios asked Peele to cast a white lead for 4 years. He refused every time. The film made $255 million on a $4.5 million budget. Patience and vision paid off. Number 9, Parasite. For the first hour you think you're watching a dark comedy about class. A poor family cons their way into working for a wealthy household. It's funny, sharp, you're enjoying the ride. Then Bong Joon-ho pulls the floor out from under you. The film transforms completely. What felt like satire becomes something much darker. Bong built the entire house as a set so he could control every sightline and shadow. The architecture tells the story. Wealth lives in light and space. Poverty stays hidden. The film won 4 Oscars, including Best Picture. First non-English language film to ever do it. Coming in at 8, Shutter Island. DiCaprio plays a federal marshal investigating a disappearance at an asylum for the criminally insane. Scorsese makes you feel something is wrong before anyone says a word. The music is off. The guards are too watchful. The doctors are too helpful. DiCaprio plays a man convinced he's uncovering a conspiracy. Scorsese lets you believe it too. The film is packed with clues. Watch the hands of the orderlies. Watch who has matches. Watch how people react a half-second too slow. The twist reframes everything. But it's the final line that haunts you. A question Scorsese never answers. He trusts you to sit with the discomfort.
No. See, you bitch and you complain and you tell me these things and
Number 7, David Fincher builds dread like no one else. Rain-soaked streets, crime scenes staged like grotesque art, a killer working through the 7 deadly sins. For 2 hours you're watching a procedural. 2 detectives chasing clues, then the 3rd act arrives and Fincher tears up the rulebook. The studio wanted a different ending, something hopeful. Fincher refused. The screenwriter had final cut approval written into his contract just to protect those last 10 minutes. The villain wins not through strength, he wins by understanding human nature better than anyone else in the film. Fincher timed the climax so the daylight died as the story reached its end.
And if you need some inspiration, there's a technical exposition at the Albert Hall this week.
At number 6, The Prestige. Nolan opens by teaching you how magic tricks work. Every trick has 3 parts. The pledge where something ordinary is shown, the turn where it becomes extraordinary, and the prestige where the payoff arrives. He's telling you exactly how he'll deceive you. Somehow you still don't see it coming. 2 rival magicians destroy their lives trying to outdo each other. The obsession consumes everything. Nolan hides his secrets in plain sight. Watch Christian Bale closely, really closely. The answers are there from the beginning. Most people need 2 or 3 watches before they catch everything. That's the mark of a perfectly constructed puzzle.
The energy shield can only be opened for a short time, so you'll have to stay very close to your transports.
Halfway there, number 5, The Empire Strikes Back. 3 words changed cinema forever. You almost certainly know which ones. What's remarkable isn't just the twist, it's how they protected it. The script had a fake line. David Prowse performed the scene with completely different dialogue. Mark Hamill was told the truth minutes before filming and ordered to keep it secret from everyone, including his co-stars. When the film released, audiences screamed. Some walked out convinced it was a lie. Letters flooded in demanding the next film prove it wrong. this moment didn't just shock people. It invented modern spoiler culture. Before Empire, nobody thought to hide plot details. After it, everyone did.
Well, I run the office and tend the cabins and grounds and do little errands for my mother.
Number 4, Psycho. Hitchcock didn't just make a thriller, he rewrote the rules of what thrillers could do. He kills his leading lady less than halfway through, Janet Leigh, the star, her face on every poster, gone before the midpoint. Audiences in 1960 had never seen anything like it. But that's not even the real twist, that's misdirection for something deeper. Hitchcock was obsessed with protecting his secret. He bought every copy of the source novel he could find, refused late entry to screenings, no exceptions, even turned away pregnant women. The shower scene took 7 days to film. 77 angles, 50 cuts in 45 seconds, but the real horror waits patiently in the final act.
One cannot be betrayed if one has no people.
Now we're in the top 3, the usual suspects. What if everything you just watched was a lie? That's the question this film leaves you with. Kevin Spacey plays Verbal Kint, a small-time con artist being questioned about a massacre. He tells the detective an elaborate story. 5 criminals brought together by fate, a mysterious crime lord who might be myth or might be monster. The story is intricate, compelling, you hang on every word. Christopher M.C. Quarry wrote the script after reading a magazine article about unsolved crimes. The title came first. The story came from one question: what if the witness knew more than he was saying? The final 30 seconds have been studied and copied for decades. Nothing has matched the original.
Maybe I knew you'd know, so I spent the whole day thinking about the wrong ones.
Number 2, Fight Club. First time you watch this film, it's about masculinity, consumer culture, men beating each other in basements. Second time you watch it, completely different movie. Fincher hides the truth in plain sight. Single frames that flash by before you register them. 4 appearances in the first hour alone. Test audiences felt uneasy but couldn't explain why. Their brains saw something their conscious minds didn't process. Edward Norton wasn't allowed to exercise during filming. Brad Pitt trained obsessively. The contrast was deliberate. The film flopped on release. Critics didn't know what to make of it. Executives called it irresponsible. Then DVD happened. A generation discovered it at exactly the right moment. It became a phenomenon no one predicted.
And he got his driver and they started driving.
And at number 1, The Sixth Sense. You knew this was coming. Everyone knows that's the point. Even when you expect a twist, this one still lands. M. Night Shyamalan built something remarkable, a film that plays completely differently the second time. Every scene has 2 meanings. Every interaction carries hidden weight. The clues are everywhere. Shyamalan mapped specific details through every frame. Once you know what to look for, you can't believe you missed it. But you did. Everyone did. Bruce Willis read the script and called his agent immediately. He thought audiences would figure it out in 10 minutes. He was wrong. Test screenings had security guards, crew members signed confidentiality agreements. When the film released, something strange happened. People walked out in silence, not disappointment, processing. Then they bought another ticket. This twist doesn't just shock you. It moves you. The horror transforms into something tender. That emotional payoff is why it sits at number 1. 10 films, 10 moments that changed everything. If there's one on this list you haven't seen, do yourself a favor. Go in blind, no trailers, no plot summaries, just press play and let the film do its work. Drop a comment telling me which twist hit you hardest. And if I missed your favorite, let me know. See you next time.